in the desolate, post-apocalyptic world of the Hounds of Sisyphus, where the dead rise and humanity teeters on the edge of extinction, Pyo Guwon emerges as a figure shrouded in mystery. From the moment he strides into the chaos, unflinching and resolute, it's clear that Guwon is no ordinary survivor. His presence commands attention. He's a man who seems to have seen it all, someone who walks through destruction as though it's an old companion. But who is Pyo Guwon, really? Some believe that Pyo Guwon's stoic demeanor hides a tragic past. Perhaps he once had a family, a lover, a sibling, or even a child who was taken from him by the very horrors that now plague the earth. This theory suggests that his calm under pressure isn't just bravery. It's the numbness of someone who's already lost everything worth living for. His willingness to save others, like Hyojinwoo, might stem from guilt or a desire to atone for something he couldn't prevent in his own life. Every step he takes could be an act of defiance against a world that has already tried to break him. Fact is, so far he seems as a gentle soul whose appearance is more scary than his character. This is one thing that is striking while reading the manhwa. Even in recent chapters, we sense that other characters might be tense in his presence, while he's starting to cry at the thought that others might be afraid of him. Also, he states that he has no memory of his past. Strange, isn't it? What if that has got a deeper meaning than we might think? It was also mentioned that his skin is cold. The village where death holds no meaning is central to the story's mystery, and Pyo Guwon seems to know more about it than he lets on. There are speculations that Guwon himself might be tied to this phenomenon. Perhaps he is immortal or has experienced death and resurrection firsthand. His fearlessness in the face of danger could be explained by this connection. What if he knows he cannot die? If this theory holds true, it raises even more questions. Is his immortality a curse? Does he see himself as a guardian of those who cannot protect themselves? Or is there something darker driving him? To many, Pyo Guwon appears to be the quintessential green flag hero, strong, protective, and selfless. But others aren't so sure. There's something about his quiet dominance that feels almost too perfect, too controlled. Could there be ulterior motives behind his actions? Is his interest in Hyojinwoo purely altruistic, or does it serve some hidden agenda? In a world where trust is scarce and survival often demands sacrifice, even the most heroic figures can have shadows lurking behind them. Pyo Guwon's ability to navigate the apocalypse with such ease has brought up some theories about his personality. He thrives in chaos, adapting quickly and making decisions with precision. This has led many to compare him to a doer who lives in the moment and doesn't shy away from risk. But this adaptability could also hint at someone who has spent years preparing for this kind of world. Was Guwon always this way, or did the apocalypse shape him into the man he is now? Parallels between the characters in the Hounds of Sisyphus and figures in the myth of Sisyphus can be drawn through their shared struggles, existential themes, and defiance against futility. Endless struggle. Like Sisyphus, Pyo Guwon exists in a world where survival is an unending battle. The post-apocalyptic setting, with its aimless undead and a village where death holds no meaning, mirrors the ceaseless and repetitive nature of Sisyphus' punishment. Guwon's fight to protect others and maintain order reflects the uphill push of the boulder. Rebellion against absurdity. Sisyphus defied the gods, and his punishment became a symbol of rebellion against an absurd universe. Similarly, Pyo Guwon embodies defiance, choosing to fight for meaning and purpose in a chaotic, meaningless world. Acceptance of fate. The French philosopher Albert Camus' interpretation of Sisyphus suggests that freedom comes from accepting one's absurd condition. Pyo Guwon's calm demeanor and unwavering resolve could indicate a similar acceptance of his role in this broken world, finding purpose in his struggle. Vulnerability and hope. Hyojinwoo might represent humanity's fragility in the face of despair. His rescue by Pyo Guwon parallels how Sisyphus' story reflects the human condition, seeking meaning despite overwhelming odds. A catalyst for purpose. Just as Sisyphus' toil becomes meaningful through his rebellion, Jinwoo's presence might give Guwon a reason to persevere, symbolizing how relationships and connections provide purpose amidst chaos. The village where death holds no meaning could parallel Tartarus, where Sisyphus is condemned to eternal labor. Both settings trap their inhabitants in cycles of futility, forcing them to confront existential questions about life and purpose. In summary, the Hounds of Sisyphus draws heavily on the myth's themes of endless struggle, rebellion against futility, and the search for meaning in an absurd world. Guwan could embody Sisyphus' resilience, while Jinwoo might add emotional depth to this existential battle. So, what are your thoughts on those parallels? How could Guwan might be related to the myth and the whole plot? I'd love to hear them in the comments.